When we are weak, we are strong. When our eyes close on the world, then somewhere within us the bush burns. When we are poor and aware of the inadequacy of our table, it is to that, uninvited, the guest comes. When we are weak, we are strong. When our eyes close on the world, then somewhere within us the bush burns. When we are poor and aware of the inadequacy of our table, it is to that, uninvited, the guest comes.
That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, and I think really apts based on what we were talking about before. Where are all the Christian mystics today, Roger?
Well,
maybe in this room, I'm thinking. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you're barman, you know. You never know. You see, this is the point, because everybody's been let out of the closet, you see, because for hundreds of years, you know, you had to keep your head down as a mystic in the Christian tradition, but not now. Get burned at the stake. Right, get burned at the stake, but not now, you know, because anyone, you can say whatever you feel you need to say, and you can also, it's actually understood now that we can value our own personal interior experience without having to have some big father figure tell us it's right or wrong. So they're coming out of the woodwork, is what I'm saying. Thomas is one of those who came out of the woodwork.
What is your hope for us as a humanity, as a people, given so much strife that's still happening? Do you see, now that we do have the ability to be free thinking out loud, all the way out loud, free feeling people, that this is sort of the precipice, that now we have all the things that have been hidden underground, that have now all of the jewels and the treasure has been exposed? Do you have hope that we're going to embrace that and move into a new dawn?
I do have hope. I don't know about a new dawn. I don't.
Is that so dramatic?
I truly am reluctant to fall on one side of the fence or the other with that, because we have, you know, as a human race, we are beset with essentially the same problems we've had for thousands of years.
So it's a matter of duality, really, isn't it?
And, you know, is there going to be a point where there's a critical mass of people who wake up to something else? I really don't know.
And if you know, you should Twitter us, because I want to talk to that person.
Yeah. But what we can do is be responsible as much as we can for our own world, our own universe, internally, and those around us, and the world in which we live with other people. And to what degree can we express our deepest aspirations in our ordinary everyday? That is basically the task that every one of us has, and I think it begins and ends there, actually.
Yeah. You talk about prayer being a mystical experience, and I think that also feels like a reach for some of us, and I think what you just said answers that question that I was going to ask you, that in any moment we can have an extraordinary experience.
Yes.
Right? And in any ordinary event. Absolutely.
And you've mentioned once or twice the word presence, being present. And I remember in an earlier poem, Maryannelive had this wonderful line, "I don't know what a prayer is, but I do know how to pay attention."
Oh, I love that.
I don't know what a prayer is, but that's it.
Right.
That's it. That is paying attention, being aware of, being present to where we are in this moment. Now, it doesn't just mean the room that we're in. It doesn't just mean the person we're speaking to. It means the interior awareness of where we are in ourselves as well.
Beautiful. Before, we're just about to wrap up the show here in a few minutes, and before we do, I wanted to take a moment and pause, because Chris, you are in the house today, and you are writing a new book called Heart Broken open. And when is that out?
It's out May.
In May. Everybody has to stay tuned for that, because we know many people who have followed your story, Chris, are so excited to even hear your name, and that your work is, while it is evolving, your husband Richard just did such an amazing thing in the world. And I want to say he was probably one of the people we're talking about, a mystic. He was a gentle, lovely man, devoted to what he did. He lived it in every area of his life, had some awake asleep challenges like us all, but made a huge contribution. And I just want to acknowledge we're very excited about your new work coming out, and we thank you for stopping by the studio. And Gabriella is teaching kids, another gal in our studio audience, teaching children in Europe all kinds of beautiful, wonderful ways about staying awake. We wanted to acknowledge her. When we come back after the break, parting words from Roger Housden for lovers of God everywhere. Back in just a minute.